Well, hi, everyone. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. Alan Warren, the RV Wingman here. You're new to the channel. This is a different kind of a channel in the RV universe. I come across as sometimes a grumpy old man. This channel is based upon my experience, reason, and logic. And I try to be your wingman. I was never in the military, but I do know what a wingman is, a good wingman. A wingman is someone who watches out for the person who is in the cockpit, who's flying that plane, and making them aware of potential danger and things that are going on around them. There's a lot of noise in life. I think all of us need a good wingman. I love helping people. I'm a former campground owner, loved camping and RVing my entire life. And so that's the purpose of this channel, is to sit around this virtual campfire and visit with you folks and share stories. Now, the truth is, most people that watch this channel are old people like me. They're old, experienced people, not necessarily smart. I jokingly say, kind of tongue in cheek, that we were all smart when we were young. It was only after lots and lots of living and many, many mistakes do we get wise. And that's what wingman wisdom is all about. So today, I'm going to talk about some boring subjects. I'm going to try to get back to a lot of people. I got tons and tons of emails. I don't have time to respond to everybody, but many of these emails are kind of similar, if you will. Got a voicemail, and then I'm going to talk about something that you may not have thought about on your RV that I think that you need to put on your radar screen. So let's go ahead and jump right in. By the way, if you have not yet shared this channel with others, I wish you would. Most people, they're too smart. The young people are too smart for this channel, but they need to hear some of the things that we talk about. I would also invite you and encourage you to respond in the comments below. Most of the people that watch this channel are very, well behaved, if you will, and they're very helpful. If you're able to help somebody in the comments, please, you have my blessing to do so, if you will. All right, this comes from Rhonda. Rhonda says, I am looking at buying an RV in the next 2 months. I will probably do a combination of cash and financed. I make money with the higher rates in my IRA. If I can have it make the payments for me, then it doesn't affect my day-to-day income. I can always refi later when rates are lower. What do you think about that? What do you think about buying now when the interest rates are a little bit higher, a lot higher actually than they were a couple of years ago? And then if the rates come down, refinancing. Rhonda says, I love this. I say marry the RV and date the rate. Marry the RV and date the rate. I can change the rate later, but I believe prices are near the best right now. I agree. I said, Rhonda, I'm telling you, there has never been a better time to be an RV buyer. But that's not just an RV buyer. That's a smart RV buyer, an informed RV buyer. Like I ask the question often, what does a mistake feel like? Well, it feels like nothing until you go, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? So if you're a smart RV buyer, you've done your homework, now is a really good time. The holidays are here, obviously. Things are slow at RV dealers, and I think that you can go, this is a great time to go and do some homework. This one is from Boyd. Boyd says, what? Says, my wife and I are now shopping for a Class A coach. We'll soon be hitting the road. We greatly value your info. Thanks for your efforts. Boyd, this is a buyer's market. As I was saying, it's a great time to buy an RV if you are a smart, educated buyer. Do the research. As you're doing your research, I know it's hard, and I'm not trying to sound preachy because I need to take my own advice. We need to be open. We need to be open-minded to things and ideas and to others who bring things up that we haven't really thought of before. Give it some thought, because those are typically the areas, take it from me, where I'm going, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have listened. Speaking of listen, here's a voicemail from thinking about motorhomes. Dan from Arizona called in, and he drove all the way to Texas to buy his motorhome.
Hi, this is Dan Digert, and we recently purchased an RV from PPL in Claiborne and had a very, very good experience with all the people there. Very courteous, very nice, and I drove down to get it and drove back with my car behind the RV, so I didn't fly down or nothing. But Keith, the general manager, his son, my salesman, the maintenance guys, everybody, I couldn't have asked for a better experience. And I'm really thankful. I found his name on RV Dealers I Trust. So it really made a difference. And we made it back to Arizona with the RV and everything. Still very pleased with the service. Like I said, I couldn't recommend them more, and I'm so thankful I ran into them on off of your end from the RV Dealers I Trust. So once again, thanks for all you do for us RVers. You're looking out after us. So we'll maybe talk to you at a later date. Thank you. Bye.
Now, Dan drove, as I said, all the way from Arizona to Texas to PPL to buy a motorhome. Yeah, I got a picture of Dan. Yeah, there he is. There's Dan. And there's Keith and Andrew, who work there at PPL, father-son dynamic duo, if you will. But this is not to pimp, if you will, PPL motorhomes. I love them. I think that they check all the boxes for me. They certainly did for Dan. And if you're looking for a used RV, the best way to get an education is to see a lot of them in a short amount of time. And you can do that at a good consignment dealer with no pressure. You can walk around. I call it, eliminating water. You need to eliminate RVs as you walk through them, and you sit down on the beds, and you go in the bathroom, you shut the door, you sit down on the potty, you get in the shower, you open the drawers. You'll get a feel for good brands and bad brands. Look under the mattress. Look around. Take your time. So, by the way, if you'd like to contact me, my contact information is in the description below with my voicemail number, my email address. And if you would like to email me, I would love to hear from you. Tim says that, let's see, he says, I'd love to buy a new RV, but I'm having trouble selling my present one. I've had it advertised for about 6 months with few motivated buyers. I was planning to use the cash for the new one. Good luck with your new show, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Tim. All right. So yes, it is a slow time in the RV space, a good time to buy, not a good time to sell. Tim, if you've been trying to sell for 6 months, the last 6 months are going to be way better and way easier for you. And this is what a wingman does. He tells you the truth. I believe the next 6 months for selling your RV are going to be more challenging than the previous 6 months. We're in an economic slowdown. If you need to sell your RV, you need to explore your options. Don't just bail. Don't just take the keys back, as they say. Go to your lender and go, hey, you can have it back. Don't destroy your credit over that. Do everything you possibly can. There was a reason you bought your RV. You probably enjoy RVing. You may be in over your head. I certainly understand that, but explore every single option. And don't think that over time, well, somebody's going to pay it someday. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not saying put it in a fire sale. You may want to contact, mentioned it before, PPL Motorhomes, and contact them, and they'll give you the truth. You may not like what they tell you in terms of a value, but contact them. The contact information, you go to rvdealersitrust.com, or you can look in the description below. Contact PPL. Tell them what you got. They'll tell you a range of value that you might be able to expect on the market in today's market conditions. Let's see. This one, I made a note, paralysis of analysis. And I got something I'm going to talk to every RV owner here in just a second. A couple more emails. Hello, Wingman. This is from Terry. I'm recently retired. I follow the economy very closely. I believe there's going to be a global currency reset very soon. I tend to lean in that direction too. I'm very conservative, and I am not very optimistic at the decisions that many of our politicians are making on our behalf. So Terry continues, says the markets are approaching a critical moment where the pressures on metal indexes will be removed. And what that means is when the price of gold, precious metals, silver is going to go up, up, up. I'm not a financial counselor, but I agree with Terry. It says, through my research, I've chosen my RV to either be a fiberglass Casita or a Scamp, or a Forest River Rockwood Geo Pro, or an E-Pro. Something small, towable behind my Honda Ridgeline just for me and my 2 elderly cats. Being a female and in my 60s, having an RV for part-time use is going to force me to keep strong and healthy. I am anticipating a crash of the RV market, just as it will happen in the auto industry and real estate markets. Are you and the industry anticipating the same? Thanks for sharing your words of wisdom. Terry from North Central, Wisconsin. Sort of, kind of. But I think that there are many of us that are so paranoid. And I say it's good to be, reasonably paranoid, reasonably skeptical, but you can just be paralyzed with analyzing everything, waiting for the perfect everything. It's going to be perfect. I don't think there is a perfect time. And if it's perfect right now, next week may have a transmission go out on you. If you're waiting for everything, all the planets to align, as they say, before you buy, you're probably not going to ever buy. But look at your situation. I think what Terry's doing is all those brands are good brands. Scamp's good, Casita's good, Rockwood, Flagstaff, and Rockwood, same thing. They're all good brands. What do you think is going to happen in the economy? You think we're going to have a global reset? Like to hear what our folks around the campfire. This is my last one. I'm going to tell you about something that you may not have thought about. It says this is from John. Purchased my unit in June of 23. I'm glad I did. Believe it was the right time. Not going to let the demon rats and the rhinos sidetrack a positive part of my life. I have a daughter and 2 grandkids, along with 2 more dogs in our house. The RV allows my wife and I to get away for a couple of days. My wife's a teacher, and I'm a fancy name key accountant manager with a wholesale distributor. My job lets me see the real world. Business is way down. Country's a wreck. Biden inflation tax has prices going up and up while income is being devalued. Interest rates are running away, stifling purchases of big ticket items. Lottery, cigarettes, tobacco, alcohol sales are all stagnant. I could have paid cash, but chose to finance with Gap Insurance. I felt it was a better way to go with all the crazy drivers, blah, 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 blah. Like I stated before, right place at the right time made my decision to go through with the RV experience. I like your shows. I feel you bend over backwards not to offend anyone, which I can't do myself, and offer no apologize. I don't try to offend people. It just comes out naturally. I do try to be diplomatic and thoughtful. These are all my opinions based on my personal life experiences and should only be used for amusement purposes. Have a great day, John. But you know what? Many of the people that watch this channel, many of them are politically savvy. Most, I think, are conservative. And I think that we can see what's going on around us in terms of a crash. Going back to a previous email, the crash. I think that we're in the crash right now. How low will it go? I don't know. I don't think we're going to have this catastrophic off of a financial cliff and houses are going to be half price and RVs are going to be cut in half. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd like to know what you think. I do see continued pressure on the consumer, and that continued pressure is going to be have a ripple effect through RV dealers, car dealers, the home builders, all the way through the market, from the home improvement stores, everything. Everybody's going to be feeling it, and it's a financial slowdown that we are in. At the same time, there's a lot of people that want to buy an RV, and tons of you guys have bought RVs in the last couple of years. Now, here comes the bad news. And this is my suggestion. It's about insurance. John mentioned he bought Gap Insurance. Gap Insurance is for many people. I used to not believe in it, but nowadays, after hearing all the stories, I mean, endless stories about people who have purchased an RV with very little down. They got a low interest rate, but they paid a lot for it, and they are upside down in their RV. That means they can't sell it for what they owe on it. Gap Insurance is going to cover that difference if you have an accident, a catastrophic accident in your RV, in your travel trailer. Let's say you owe $50,000 on your RV and your RV is only worth $35,000. There's a lot of people in that situation. You get in a wreck. Well, I got insurance. That's right. You got insurance for $35,000. Yes. $15,000, that gap, that's where Gap Insurance comes in. So you may or may not believe in Gap Insurance, but if you are upside down in your vehicle, you can get it. You can buy Gap Insurance. My suggestion, whatever you have, a car, an RV, your home, because of inflation, the replacement cost on your items has gone through the roof. Many people are sitting back going, I ain't going to mention that to my homeowner's agent because I just don't want to pay any more money. Well, how smart is that? Because what if you have a fire? What if there's a catastrophic accident? You're only going to be reimbursed for the amount of insurance you've got on your possessions. So if you've got an RV, a car, a house, whatever you have, contact your insurance agent. Ask them, look, if things go down the toilet, everything goes bad, I lose my house, I have a fire. If somebody totals into my RV, what am I going to get paid? And they're probably going to say, well, current market value. Well, what is that? You need to find out what that is. And if you are upside down, consider paying a little bit more money and purchasing that Gap Insurance. All right. So this was a lot of emails and voicemails and me pontificating as usual, but I'd like to know what you think. Do you think that now is a time to prepare yourself to become an educated buyer? I think it is. As I mentioned, the holidays are here. RV dealerships and traffic at dealerships is terrible. It is. But guess what? Those dealers are still there, and the good dealers want to earn your business. It's like rolling out the red carpet. This is perfect. If you went RV shopping 2 years ago, how much attention did you get? How much love, as they say, did you get from the dealer when you walked into that dealership? Probably not very much, right? You can get a lot of love now. And if they pressure you, run. There's a lot of good dealers out there. Yes, some of them are mentioned in my RV Dealers I Trust network. You can contact them in the description below. But do your homework. Take your time. Consider gap insurance. There really are people making good decisions right now. And the buyers, it's a buyer's market, but you got to be a smart buyer. Finally, if you like to get on my email list, and I wish you would, all you have to do is go to freervreport.com. It's all connected. It's a report that I have created 2 years ago. And guess how many complaints in 2 years I've received? Zero. Not one. This is good information if you will just read it. One little thing in that report, if it could save you $1,000, why wouldn't you do it? So once you download the report, and even if you have downloaded the report, you can go to freervreport.com and you can download it again. And then you're automatically on my email list. And every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Central Time, I send out a little note. And recently I sent one out on, what was it? From the Thanksgiving football game when Dolly Parton was at halftime. Did you see that? A lot of y'all saw that. I'm not a big football fan anymore. Used to be, but I watched the friend of mine calls up and says, "You got to watch the halftime show. Dolly Parton's on." I'm like, I watched it, and that woman is amazing. 77 years old, and she looks great, and she has got a big heart. Yeah, I know. I know what some of you guys are saying, but she has got a brain and discipline, and she's got love and kindness, and she's smart, and all those things that I think wise old people collect as we collect those birthday candles. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment below. Share this with all those young, smart people that may need a little bit of wingman wisdom. Thank you again. I'm Alan Warren. I am the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, it's the RV Wingman. If you'll be buying or selling an RV soon, you need to check out my updated free RV report that'll help prevent you from being ripped off. I update the report every quarter so it's current, it's free, and it will save you thousands of dollars. Check it out now at freervreport.com.